Hello, nail peoples. Greetings, greetings. Hello. Come on in. Oops, I'm about to make a mess. Hi. Come on in. I'm going to move my table towel here. And I think I'm going to put my glasses on. Hi, welcome everybody. Come on in. It is Monday, March 28th. It is Nails Over Coffee. I am Michelle Cordes-Pugh with some incredibly dirty glasses. Hi. Hi, come on in everybody. We're at the table today. Hello. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now if I pull them down, then I can actually see the screen a little better. Funny, because I can't see. Okay, those have to come off for a minute. All right, well today, while everybody's joining in, we are rocking Mickey Mouse. There we go. Yeah, hi everybody. I hope you guys had a great Easter weekend. I had a remarkably uneventful one, which is fantastic. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I started out today's show when I was tuning in with my little reminder of save the date for the Willamette Valley Nail Event in Salem, Oregon. If you're up here in the Northwest, this is the place to be, where we get everybody to come up into our neck of the woods. Am I coming to? Glad to see you can make it for a live one. I can't make it to Texas, I don't think. But you have to make sure you stop by the Dazzle Dry booth, because it looks like there'll be some promo cards for the University of Nails and Nails Over Coffee there. Oh yeah, it's even later in the UK, huh? Now that whole daylight savings time here, though. Glad you're still with me. You'll be in Oregon. Good, good. I'm excited to see everybody there. I'm going to Periscope from the show. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to Periscope in the line while we're all waiting to sign in too, which would be fun. I'm trying to get a microphone, so because we all know shows are loud, so I'm going to try and get a microphone in so that we can do that a little better. Oh, you did get to watch The Walking Dead. That's good. Everybody's got to be a deadhead. We watched it too. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, but this is not The Talking Dead. This is Nails Over Coffee, so we won't get off on a tangent. But here's Mickey today with us. Mickey's with us. So what I want to talk to you about is what we talked about a little bit over the weekend on my Facebook wall, which is, I went and picked this up today, the Caption Conversion Duo Pack. And so I'm going to try this out on one of my nails while we are here. Make sure my light was on. And see what we think. Because I'm down. I have some Caption polish, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit as we do it. So if you've never used this before, instead of buying the single one, if you can actually get the duo pack, it has these nifty, handy dandy ding instructions inside, which is super cool. There is a video on YouTube, on the Young Nails channel, that I will put on the comments on the Facebook Nails Over Coffee page below the link to this video. And they give you directions for doing it with just Caption, or if you're doing it with art screens, and I'm actually going to do it with an art screen. I'm going to put the black one, which is Look, Don't Touch. And then I'm going to stamp over it with Eat My Dust, which I just bought today because I think it's kind of a cool shiny color. So since I don't have I want to hear your guys' thoughts. We're going to have a lot of time to kill since I'm only doing one nail. So for those of you who picked this up at like ABS Chicago, I want to hear what your thoughts are on it. And so the base coat has a black lid and the top coat has the shiny lid, so it makes it really easy to keep track of them. And so here's the deal though, because as is normally true when I'm testing a product, I don't have the full prep line. So what I'm going to do is they say to buff the nail with a 180 grit foam buffer. So I'm going to use a foam buffer. And then they say to use swipe to clean the nail plate off and protein bond at the free edge to keep from having free edge chipping. So since I don't have those, I'm going to use Veneers Prep. And I'm going to use Veneers Fuse. So I'm going to use what's out of their gel polish line just because I don't have Swipe and Protein Bond. If I had Swipe and Protein Bond, then that's what I would be using. So, and then I'm going to use, I was looking to see, maybe I'm a liar and maybe I do have Protein Bond down here somewhere in my drawer of goodies. No, I don't think so. Okay, so has anybody had a chance to try this yet? Because I'm kind of excited to try it to see if we have something kind of new, cool, and different to play with. I watched the whole video. There's a 55-minute video on Young Nails. Love Protein Bond. Yeah, a lot of people love Protein Bond. There's a 55-minute video on YouTube on the Young Nails channel about, nope, I'm Cuccio. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their thing. The reason why I'm trying this out is because, well, I'll talk about it while I'm polishing, because I think that this would be a super good idea for a small tech to, if it works, to expand a color line that will also function as a polish line. So I'm going to just kind of start on this and we'll talk as we go. How about that? Okay. Hope you guys had a good Easter and a good weekend. So yeah, invite followers, hearts, do all that other Periscope viewer stuff that you guys do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Antoine cuticle pusher and make sure my cuticles push back. It's already filed pretty good. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to buff to remove the shine. Now, this has always been one of my big catches with any gel polish line other than shellac is the need to buff. But I can live with a gray foam buffer. Because to me, that's not really buffing that intensely. So there we go. I just buffed the shine off. You can see. And now I'm going to take my prep and use this. Now, if you were using the Young Nails product, you would be using Swipe right now. So I'm going to put that on and let it dry. All dry. I do love that about this product. Should be using Take Two. I have Take Two, and I do use Take Two, but it doesn't always work on everybody, as we all know. I do love Take Two, though. Love me some Take Two. All right, and so I put Fuse at my free edge there. All right, now I am going to use the Caption Conversion Base. Now, I watched the whole 55-minute video on their, on the page here. I'm going to see if I can get this in a spot where you guys can see. And it seems like the biggest thing is that you don't want this to be super heavy. So I'm going to get this on. And my little short baby nails here, I know I would be more likely to have chipping at the free edge anyway because I've got these little baby nails. So I'm going to do that, and it's 2-minute cure in a UV or 1 minute in an LED, and I use the shellac lamp. So I'm going to go ahead and use the 2S setting because that will give me a full minute with no pulsing. And I want to make sure, because I don't know if the pulsing will cause a problem. So I'm going to use the 2S setting on the CND LED lamp. And I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. So I don't know if you guys have anything exciting planned for the rest of this week, or if you guys are off today like I am. So it's an office day. Ordering cards and to go into the different nail events swag bags. So I'm still holding out hope that I'll be able to get to Sacramento. Does that shellac work on LED polish? It has so far for me. I had some problems at the beginning with brands other than shellac, but I figured out that that was my client's hands in the lamp. So since then, I've been able to figure out how to do it. So, okay. So one of the cool things I noticed in the video that Greg did was he took a dry brush, and I'm going to use my little Tammy Taylor Gel Elegance brush, and he dry brushed the inhibition layer. And the reason why he did this, and I thought it was a really cool point, the inhibition layer is nothing but uncured product in the presence of oxygen, right? So by brushing the uncured layer, you can get down with just extra product all the way into these little sides, you know, that sometimes are really hard to miss if you have clients with a really deep C curve like I do. And so he did that and then cured it again. And I kind of like that idea. I like the idea of I can brush it on and then I can brush it again, but when it's not all goopy and I don't have to worry about it running into the sidewalls. And when you're LED cure and it's only a minute, in the time it was taking you to work on the other hand, you would be ready to put this hand back in. So I'm going to also get my timer ready here because I'm going to need it when it is time to do our letting the caption dry. So a lot of the caption colors are only one coat colors, which is really cool with this because you have to let the caption dry for 4 minutes before you can put the top coat on it. So the super cool thing about a lot of the colors being one coat colors is that 4 minutes, by the time one hand is done with the 4 minutes, you've done the other hand. Now you can put the top on this hand and put it in the lamp. You know what I mean? You can really work quickly. And we all know how I am about that. So we're going, oh, and then I need to wipe with Swipe. So I don't have Swipe. So what I'm going to use is 99% alcohol. I figure that's the least risk of causing problems in a trial. And it's basically just to take the last little bit of the inhibition layer left. So now what it looks like is this. It looks shiny. Okay. And that's according to the video thing here. So we're going to take this caption. And I'm going to grab my handy dandy plastic reusable cuticle stick. And I do have to say that I love the brush on the caption polish. It is a really nice, sweet brush. And I'm going to cap, and I'm hoping I'm not missing you guys saying anything. And I'm going to turn my nail so I can get further off to the side here because this is my bad side on myself. Okay, now they say that this has to dry for 4 minutes. So we are going to take the handy dandy eye timer and turn that on for 4 minutes so that we can chat while that is drying. What I'm going to do with this nail is I am going, when it's dry, I am going to take and use my caption. I have the art screens in Escape Artist. And so I'm going to use, I think, these little flowers up here in the corner. And my little caption scrapey card and my little caption stamper. I don't always care if I'm going to put a square, soft landing square underneath my plate so that I catch the overflow of my scraping. I don't always use the entire line of something when I'm doing a product trial. Is it a regular polish over a gel? Love the caption, stamper, they look good. Not tried Young Nails yet. Okay, so what this is this is a conversion duo pack. Okay, I'll answer that in a second. This is a caption conversion duo pack so that you can get longer gel polish like wear out of your caption polishes. Now, in answer to the question of can you use it with another line? Of course, the answer from Young Nails is no, because it's been specially formulated to work with caption. That being said, and I've heard somebody say for sure it doesn't work with Binolux. That being said, I think you would have to be really careful using it with a lacquer that you know dries really fast. So I've used caption over enhancements with another soak-off gel top coat, and it's worked, it's performed just like a gel polish. But I think part of the reason for that is because it dries so fast. So yeah, I mean, they tell you it won't work with another brand. It's polish, so I don't really see where there would be much of a risk other than it not working or not getting the same longevity out of it. But they say that you can get like 11 to 14 days wear out of caption polish with the conversion base and conversion top. Now, this is why I'm so interested in this. And that's because I think that we have a hard enough time having a big enough color selection for anybody who might walk in our door. And when you couple that with pedicure season, when it's who knows what they're going to want on their toes, I like the idea of, instead of having shellac and veneer and gel 2 or, you know, whatever, having to have a bunch of different gel polish color lines, I like the idea that I could buy the entire caption polish line, the conversion base and top, and then be able to have all of those caption colors be dual purpose for the same amount of inventory that I have on my shelf. So then I could have all the caption colors, the dazzle dry colors, and I could use them, right? Some people have no problems with having a bunch of product, nail junkie. But I think that in terms of budgetary wise and pricing and those kind of things, I think that it's something we have to keep a look at. And so that's why I'm most interested in this, because I think I'd be able to offer my clients a lot of color, whether they chose to be natural nails only or more like a gel polish or for pedicures. And obviously they all match. So the timer is done. I think that the caption colors, I think, are $6 US each. And I think, because they just released a new collection too, the Resort Collection, I think there's 60 colors. There might be 72 when you add the effects. So I like it from the fact of, like I said, if I had 60 or 70 caption colors and 60 or 70 dazzle dry colors, that between those, I would be able to do just about anything I would want to do. And I like the fact that I really have found that I like stamping with caption. So because I like stamping with caption, then that means that that 60 or 70 colors also increases all the amount of colors I have to stamp with. So, you know, Young Nails are quite a bit expensive over here, but then a lot of nail stuff is. Yeah, absolutely. But we all know how that goes. The bigger, well, things are just, the exchange rate between the US dollar and the British pound sucks. And so you're going to have a lot of those problems. Right now, the euro to dollar is almost even. So if you want to buy something that from a country that uses the euro, now's the time to do it. Because the dollar and the euro are almost even, but the British pound is still, you know, so for something that's like $50, here, that's, you know, like more there. So, okay, so now I'm going to use Eat My Dust, and I'm going to put this on my little guy here, and I'm going to swipe across, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to stamp it on, and ta-da, there it is. Ooh, look how pretty that color came out over black. I gotta say, I kind of dig that. That was really good coverage. Let's see if I can get it where it's in focus a little better. That's really good coverage over black. So I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to take my lint roller, clear off my stamping pad, and put that off to the side. And I'm going to take this and put it off to the side. Yeah, yeah, it stamped really well. It's just little flowers. Let's see if I can get it to show from the right angle here. Maybe that'll be a little better if I turn it away from the light. Yeah, this is kind of a chrome color. It's called Eat My Dust. And it's $6 a bottle US. I don't know how much it is overseas. This stupid, maybe that'll be better down there. Maybe if I shadow the light. Okay, there we go. If I shadow the light, you guys can see it a little better. It's just little flowers. Now, if I wanted to do something else cool. Oh, and the other thing that's cool about using it this way is you see how there's some on my skin? Well, none of that's going to matter because if I was using swipe to take off the inhibition layer on the top coat I'm about to put on, I would, when I use swipe, it would take everything off the skin. So I think just for giggles, shall we? I'm going to reach down here into my cup that I took off my table because it didn't look professional. And I'm going to grab a dotting tool. And I'm just going to use my little caption card for this because it happens to be sitting right here. And put some caption on there. And just for giggles and fun, let's add a few more little dots onto here for detail, huh? Oh, that's fun. See, we'll add a few more little dots here. There we go. So now I gave it just a little more love. Little more to love. Okay, so the cool thing about when you're stamping with caption is you don't have to wait for the stamping to dry. So it's already dry. Okay, so now I'm going to take my conversion top and I'm going to brush this on. And you don't want to have too much according to the video. So I've got a fairly not heavily loaded brush. I'm going to cap. Make sure I get all the way down to the sides there. And then, oh, I didn't catch that. I just saw it too. I didn't catch the first part. I'm sorry, don't kill me. I'm trying to do nails and watch a screen at the same time. It's really nice. Yeah, I gotta tell you, now I'm more interested in seeing how it works. So here is the black with the one stamping over, and I've got the conversion top on. So now before it has a chance to slide around, I am going to put it into the LED light, and then we're going to clean it off and see what we think. I know, just like a lot of you, I have really struggled with, I really like the application and removal of shellac. But it's really hard because to have enough colors of shellac, plus to have polished colors that coordinate at least somewhat for clients who want their toes to match their nails or whatever, it's been really tough. And so I really like the idea from a business standpoint that, like I said, I could buy all of these caption colors. I could buy this conversion base and top, and now it comes off just like any other gel polish. Says in, I think he said in under 8 minutes. And so I really like the idea that I could take it off, and the base doesn't really come all the way off. You prep what's left of the base when you buff with the buffer to prep for reapplication, which I kind of like also, because then it should add some more strength. And if it's going to do that, then it's probably going to get the kind of wear I'm looking for. So I don't know. So let's see. So I'm going to use some, I want to see how tacky this is. It's not really very tacky. It's just a little tacky. Just a little bit. I wish you guys could feel it. It's just a little tacky. Like I can stick my fingers all over it and all it does is dull it. So doesn't Vinylux have matching to the shellac? They do, but see, then again, now I have to have 2 bottles of something. See? So then I have $15.95 US for the bottle of shellac and $4.75 or whatever for the matching Vinylux. And could you buff off the top coat and remove the rest just like regular color? Maybe. He did talk about in the video that you could remove this with an e-file if that was your normal preference of removal. So I'm going to take my 99% alcohol and I'm going to wipe this off. And this 99% alcohol, just so you know, did take off all of the extra caption polish on my skin. So that was kind of cool. So there it is. It's all done. And that was super fast. So I think about this from a business standpoint, okay? Because we know everything takes forever and we're doing it ourselves because we can only do one hand and blah, 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 blah. So from a business standpoint, when you start thinking about process, here's my thought. If you're using an LED lamp with a 1-minute cure, you could file and do your cuticle work on the natural nail on both hands, all 10. Then you could buff all 10, swipe all 10, protein bond all 10, conversion base one hand, cure for 1 minute while you're conversion basing the other hand, cure for 1 minute. Do the other hand, do the first hand, dry brush it if you need to and recure it, you know, do that little, take that extra 2 minutes if that is something that seems to work better for you. And then you can polish one hand, start the 4-minute timer while you're polishing the other hand, and then take note of when you were done polishing the other hand. If it takes you all 4 minutes, then you can restart your timer. If it doesn't, you can pay attention to what your timer says. And then you can start your stamping on your first hand. And then by the time you're done with that stamping, you can conversion top that hand and put it in the light. You'll be ready to stamp the other hand, conversion top it, put it in the light for 1 minute, wipe, and you're done. Now you gotta say that for something that is full gel color with stamping on all 10 nails, if that's what you were doing, that would be super fast. And to have all the colors be able to be used on natural nail surfaces and on gel surfaces, And so you could still charge a regular gel polish upgrade price, but you're only having to buy 2 extra bottles to make that happen. I don't know. I'm thinking from a business perspective standpoint, when we're constantly trying to work at streamlining our businesses and keeping our costs down so that we don't have to be charging $80 for a manicure, if you could do a full gel polish type manicure with colors you could use for both and do it with full stamping, and you're funny. And I only have 4 colors, so don't run out and buy everything today just because I told you so. And do all of that, and you could get it done in, say, a half an hour with stamping. You could make some serious money that way. I mean, we're talking high volume. So, that was the main reason I was the most curious about this product, is because I was curious about it from a gotta have them all now, right? That was my thoughts though, was that, that might be a great way to expand out your services. And now see, of course, here the bottom line is that we're going to have to see, you guys knock it off. You do not everything I tell you. And yes, I know it seems to make sense. Thank you for that. And you guys should not do everything I tell you. You guys should listen to the reasoning behind what I tell you and then incorporate it into your own business. So now the real key with this is, how well does it wear? We know it's not going to wear as well on us because we're in so much crap all the time. So like when I do my own nails, I don't use shellac top coat or any of that. I use a much more stout, harder to remove gel top coat. So my concern is how long is it going to last? And are we going to get a shellac type wear out of this? So I keep telling people that, and I posted on my wall the other day and got a range of amens. Just because something can last 3, 4, 5 weeks doesn't mean it should. We all learned at the beginning that shellac, if you leave it on, because it has that polish component, even though it will last 3 weeks, if you leave it on for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, then we have more of the white spots and we have a harder time with removal and all of that. So my thought is that if we can get 14 days wear out of this caption gel conversion, then and we can get it done really quickly. 45 minutes with a soak off and art, then we would have the ability to charge a price that would make it worthwhile for our clients who normally now go 3 weeks because of price, because they can get 3 weeks out of their shellac. We can now get them in at 2 weeks because we're able to offer a more competitive price because it's taking us way less time. And so then we can get them in at every 2 weeks, less work for us, always better nail for them. Same with Dazzle Dry. Exactly. I think that we're kind of coming full circle now. Like we only had regular nail lacquer and enhancements. And then we added shellac and the other gel polish hybrid type products to the mix. And then we added a gaggle and a half of gel polish lines, veneer, Luxio, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on and on and on. You can find a gazillion of them at any show. Now we're coming back, and then we kind of got some intermediate, like weekly wear polishes, like Vinylux and Orly FX and those kind of things. And now I think we're trying to get into the extended wear regular nail polish. So Dazzle Dry's extended wear, Caption is generally a week plus extended wear. But so now, if we can have all these amazing dazzle dry colors that have a whole lot of other benefits besides drying quickly. It's vegan. It's all non-reactive, nothing for the environmental working group to freak out about, even though they're stupid anyway. And something that we know we're not going to see in every Tom, Dick, and Harry's drugstore. And then we can have a line like Caption where we can use as a regular polish. And we can use even not only as a regular polish, but as a regular one coat polish. Hell yes, on my pedicure clients. To be able to one coat padow, they're done, I'm in. And then, especially when it's pedicure season, if we can be cranking out 45-minute spa type pedicures during pedicure season, cha-ching. And then, if on top of all of that, we can, oh Nelly, cut it out. There are such things as super quick pedicures. You don't have to rush them, but there is a market for that. You know, I mean, Nelly, of course, my favorite thing is doing 1 hour spa pedicures, all that kind of stuff. But what I don't want is somebody who doesn't want to spend $55 or $60 to go to discount salon Q down the street because they don't want to spend $55. They want to spend $35 and get in and out in a half an hour. And if I can provide them with a service on that that's going to stand in for in between their really expensive pedicures, then I'm filling a need and I'm serving a market and I'm making money. Well, they can fly to Minnesota and go to Only You. Or in my area, they can go to a spa and they can spend $65 or $75 on a pedicure if that's what they want, or they can spend $65 or $75 on a pedicure with me. But if that's not what they want, I don't want to send them out the door and down the street and lose that, $40 and a half an hour. So sometimes it is about speed and sometimes it is about time. As much as I know that just drives you bonkers to hear, Nellie Neal, too bad, tough luck that there's different business models for everybody. And if I'm using FootLogix and LCN pedicure products, and I'm doing it quickly because I'm worrying about time and, getting it done and all that and still working, then, and I did just go live on the internet, which is ridiculous, but okay. Well, right. I see now there was a question about this on one of the groups about tiered pedicures. I think it was Salon Gurus, about offering tiered pedicures. And I think everybody should offer a tiered pedicure, but it only makes sense to offer a tiered pedicure menu or tiered manicure menu if the tiers actually save you. Yes, there are some dazzle dry colors that are one coat colors. It only makes sense to offer a tiered menu if the tiers of the menu actually take you different amounts of time and different amounts of product, because you can't charge $40 for an express pedicure and have it still take you an hour. You can't charge $55 for a spa pedicure that takes you an hour and 10 minutes and then charge $75 for a super Wamperdine pedicure that takes you an hour and 15 minutes. Like, you have to be able to tier the time as well as the product and everything if you're going to tier the price list. I have a tiered price list. I have an express pedicure for $40. It's waterless. I am able to lay them back in the chair. I'm able to, I use a product line called Get Fresh right now, but I think I might switch to LCN. And I put this product on that's called Totally Soaked. It softens everything up. I do all my toenail work. I do a scrub. I remove the scrub with hot towels, and then I do a light, super quickie massage, nothing past the ankle, and I polish. And it's $40. Now, and I charge $40 even if I don't polish, because if I don't polish, that means I'm probably buffing, and that takes a new buffer for them too. So since I use disposable single-use buffers, then I kind of chalk that up to the same. And then I have the next tier of my pedicure, which is $55, and it includes a soak, and it includes scrub with the hot towels and a mask, and polish, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then and it includes a longer massage. And then I have the Super Wamperdine pedicure, which is $75, and it includes, a longer massage all the way to the knee. It doesn't have the mask, but it does have paraffin. So, you have to be able to do that. So yeah, using Cuccio Natural and following their 3 tiers for manicure, pedicure. Yes. See, Nellie, if you just stick with me long enough, then you understand what I'm saying. There's a need for all tiers of the market. And so if by working smarter, not harder, in how I'm choosing my products, I can cover more of the market, fill more of my time, and still be making more money, well, then that's a smart thing to do, right? Right? I mean, that seems to make sense to me. So, I do the same thing with my manicures. I think they will pay for the more expensive one if that's all you have. I mean, yes, that is true to a certain degree. Nobody is going on to, yes, there are people who are cheap and there are people who are luxury, right? And not always. Exactly. Robin says not always. So for example, if I want to buy, I'm going to use another one of my analogies, and I like using car analogies. If I want to buy a Ferrari, I go to a Ferrari dealership, and there's Ferrari dealerships to help me with that. I'm not going to the Ferrari dealership to buy a $30,000 BMW. I'm going to go to a BMW dealership because that's what they specialize in. I'm also not going to go shopping for a brand new BMW at the local Fiat dealer either, because they're not going to have the luxury that I'm looking for. But if I have the ability to buy the BMW and then periodically only drive the Fiat when I need to because it's cheaper, and then sometimes when I really feel like splurging, that same dealership is going to loan me out a Ferrari, then I'm in. That's going to be my dealership for life. So, if you're off, the reasoning behind offering, right, some people aren't always cheap, but they don't want to spend the more money regularly. Exactly. So I have clients right now who they get pedicures done, but they don't get them done with me. Because $40 even for my lowest tier pedicure is more than they want to spend with regularity. So they go to one of the other local discount salons I refer them to. They come to me for their nails and they're happy and I'm happy. Everybody's happy. They're not leaving me for their nails. But if I had the ability to say even drop that price by $10 because I could cut my time by 15 minutes. So now I can offer a $30 express pedicure, which is nothing more than scrubbing their heels and polishing their toenails, which we know is all the service they're getting at a discount salon. And they could come to me and they could have it done at the same time. Now, those people that are currently spending their $25 for a pedicure and going somewhere else are going to spend their $30 with me, and I'm still going to make the money because I'm doing it in 30 minutes. So now if I can knock out their manicure pedicure in an hour for $60, dude, they're going to be thrilled. And they get art with that too on their nails. Hello, they're going to be in. So that's why I think we have to constantly reevaluate not just the products, oh my gosh, not just the products that we use, but the process that we use it for. and how that whole thing fits in together. And if you belong to University of Nails and you've watched the process video, then you understand more about what I'm talking about. But so now I'm going to be interested to see, I have some stuff I need to do. So that's what I was talking about with providing value. Absolutely. One of my wonderful University of Nails junkies. Yes, that's what I'm talking about adding value. Adding value to the customer, but still maintaining a sufficient profit margin with what we do. And giving some flexibility into the types of clientele that we can have, you know? So, I gotta tell you, the shine on this keeps catching my eye. I know it's hard for you guys to see. Let's see, since I'm almost done, if I can take this and get it at an angle you guys can see it better by shadowing the light. No, I can't. Damn it. I can't get it. Oh, God. See, it's so shiny that my studio light is really making it hard to see. Nope, I'm not going to be able to get it. I'm not going to be able to get it. Maybe if I turn on one of these lights and use one of these. Oh, no. Way worse. Way worse. Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll still be on tomorrow. So I will keep you guys updated. I think I'm going to polish the rest of my nails at least in black to match, so that I can, I have some video work I need to do. So I need to have something done with my nails, but, some of the stuff I need to do is natural nail care stuff. So I need to have natural nails for a little while. Okay. So I think that that's it. What are any further thoughts on the conversion duo pack? I want to talk a little bit about something real quickly before I go. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, so my door is broken on my cabinet. I have to go get the screws to fix it. But see how I have all my stuff inside the cabinet, right? Reach back here and show. So see, the reason why I have that is I learned at the spa that I worked in that if we did color palettes, like I have mine on these rings, these are all my Dazzle Dry colors, that it's so much easier to hand this to a client when they're in the pedicure chair and they can hold it up to their hand and look at it and all that kind of stuff, than having them digging around, fishing around on my bottles of polish and getting them all out of order. And then once I put them in order, they have much more of a tendency to stay that way because I'm taking out a bottle and then I'm putting it back, and it makes it much easier to find colors, which again is faster. And they can look at these while they're waiting. They can sit in the waiting area and look at these. I also think it looks cleaner in our salon. You notice how when you go into a spa, you don't see racks and racks of colors on the wall. The only colors that you see are the ones that are for retail. I kind of like that. And so I've started doing that. Plus, you don't have to dust them and all that. Said yes, and it's more professional too. I agree. And then that takes away a little bit of the brand thing. You know, do the bottles all look the same? Now the look of the polish on the wall when it's done well, absolutely, Nellie, I totally agree. I just like to reserve that for the look of the polish on the wall for my retail and save the look of the polish on the wall for, my back bar. Me too. All of my gel is away. Polishes are out in view, but all swatched and nail pops for client to see. Exactly. And that all just depends on your physical landscape that you're working on and how your process works and all that. That's all part of it. I just happen to like mine behind me, behind closed doors, because then I don't care if the, yes, retail has to be out. And then that way I don't care what the bottles look like. I don't care if they match. I don't care if the color looks the same in the bottle as it does on the nail or any of that other kind of crap. As long as it's organized so that I can find it quickly when I need to go grab it for a client, then that's what I'm down with. So that's just my little side note on that, on this lovely Monday. Okay, so I love my Color Pops. Got my designs on Color Pops too. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely uses for Color Pops and design wheels and rings, display rings, and all that kind of stuff. So we definitely should have all of our colors on those so that it makes it faster. Hello, Barb. So it makes it, what do I hang them on? In my pedicure area, this is hanging on the like knob thing that for my side cabinet that sits next to my pedicure chair. At my table, when I'm doing most of my work at my table, it hangs off of the back of my light like that, so that it's right there in view of them while they're sitting getting their nails done. So, and I work with 2 lights on my table, so I have one for each if I wanted to. Okay, so we'll turn that off, and I'm sure I've been talking for long enough today. Oh yes, my goodness. All right, you guys, so I've way outlived my welcome. I hide some when I have very indecisive clients though. Well, there's always that too. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab one of these rings, and like I had a client the other day who I knew what kind of color she was looking for. I went ahead and separated out on the ring the color family I knew she was looking for, and basically handed those to her on the ring and said, so which one do you like better? And she said, I like that one. And so that's the one we did. So yeah, sometimes you got to narrow it down for them. But I find that my rings help me do that too. And these are cheap. And I can take them off. That's the other thing I really like about this, is that I can take off okay, I'm trying to do this with one hand. I can take off ones that are discontinued colors or ones that I don't want to carry anymore, and then put new ones on. These come, when you buy these, I get them from the industry source here in the US, but here, let's go down and look down here in my super secret drawer. This is what they look like, what they come from the factory. And so then I take these all, and I take them, and took a client 15 minutes the other day to choose between 3 colors. Oh, no, 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 no. See, I don't give them that kind of time. I hand them the ring when I start their service, and I say you have until X point, depending on whatever they're doing. I say you have until I reach the point where I'm prepping your nails for polish and putting your toe separators in, and then after that I pick. So yeah, I don't let them. They can take the whole time they're in the chair that they want, but then I'm going to go until this point, and then I'm just picking for you. So, fantastic idea, even for nail art. Yeah, totally. She ignored it. Pain. Yeah, I would just pick then. Of course, I just have my clients trained. I'm the girl, remember, who when I'm filing and they're messing with their cell phone, I set my file down and just stare at them until they stop on their cell phone. And when they go, no, it's okay, go ahead, I go, no, it's okay, I'll wait. And then I wait. And then they put their phone away. And then it never happens again generally with that client. So, surefire way too. If they're pushing you late and your next client gets there, yeah, missed out on art. Or I do something like hand them a file and go, I'm sure you've got some clear top coat at home that, I've given you as a Christmas gift or something at some point. So here, you can finish filing these at home, and I'm sure you've got some clear to put on them. Just make sure you wash them first. And they're like, you're not going to finish? And I'm like, you were late, and I couldn't get them done because I had to keep calling for your hand. So next time, you'll put your phone away so we can get them all done, and then we can take pictures, and they're all pretty. This makes me sad, too. That usually takes care of the problems. Anywho, all right, I'm going to beat feet out of here so this video isn't too long that people don't want to watch it. They already are probably mostly too long so people don't want to watch it, but whatevs. And yes, I'm going to get down and dirty to recording some more Young Nails videos. and it is on my list. Oh, cut it out. It's on my list of things. Well, that again, okay. Now, Brenda, don't make me handle you like a client. Just because you're late doesn't mean I'm going to run late all the whole rest of the day because you were late. Yeah, I'm working on getting the periscopes up on, yeah, see, I'll treat you like a client. Get the periscopes up on University of Nails and the free ones all up on the University of Nails YouTube and all that. All right, guys, I'm going to let you people all on the other side of the pond go to bed. I am going to get back to my lengthy to-do list. I need everybody to join the University of Nails so I can hire an assistant, please. Things will go much faster if I can hire an assistant. You guys can listen to me all day. You're sick, that you're truly sick individuals. I adore you for it, but anybody who can listen to me all day is truly got a little something going on because I can barely listen to me all day. All right. Cheers. I'm off to finish my cup of joe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace. Peace, peace. Peace, love, and nails. Good night. Farewell. See you tomorrow. Hasta luego. Ciao. Bye. I need to learn hello and goodbye in a whole bunch of different languages. All right. Bye.